Welcome to our channel, Come Draw With Us. Today I'm going to show you how to draw Qbert in Procreate. If you don't want to sketch him on your own, I've attached a link to my sketch in the description down below, as well as a link to the color palette that I used. The first thing we want to do is sketch out Qbert. So just go ahead and draw the shapes as I'm doing. Just draw a circle for the head, lines for the feet, and kind of a cylinder for the nose. It doesn't have to be clean, it's just a sketch. Once I've done a rough sketch, I'm going to add another layer, reduce the opacity of my original sketch, and just start to refine the picture on the new layer. Once I finish my sketch, I'm going to group all of those layers together and just title it Sketch. I'm then going to add a new layer and start coloring out the body. So I start with that second orange, and I'm just going to trace the body and color it in. On a new layer underneath the body, we're going to go ahead and color in the legs. On a new layer above the body, we're going to go ahead and color in the nose and the dark circle at the tip of the nose. On a layer above the nose, go ahead and fill in the whites of the eyes. Then on a new layer above the whites of the eyes, create the black circles in the eyes. Now that the base colors are filled in, we're going to go ahead and start adding the shading and the highlights. So on a layer above the legs, we're going to add a layer and make it a clipping mask, and then add the shading and the highlights to the legs and the feet as shown in the video. Next, create a clipping mask above the dark circle on the nose and go ahead and shade in the top portion as shown in the video. And for all of my shading and highlights, I'm using the soft brush that's given in Procreate. Now we'll add the shading and highlights to the nose. So on the layer above the nose, create a new layer, make it a clipping mask, and go ahead and use the soft brush to create shadows on the left-hand side of the nose as well as at the very end, and highlights on the top part of the nose. Next, create a clipping mask above the whites of the eyes and create the shading for the black pupils. Create a clipping mask above the body and go ahead and add the shading for the eyes as well as for the nose and the sides of the face. And the last step for Qbert is to just create the word bubble and the characters. So just go ahead and do that on a layer all by itself, and you can follow along as I do in the video, but otherwise that is it and you are done with Qbert. I hope you had a great time drawing him. Thanks for watching.